What's up, gang? It's your boy Raheem from Raheem Gaming, and today, guys, I'm gonna be bringing you guys the best open field pairing in Rise of Kingdoms as of right now. And if you guys don't have the meta marches, then I'll give you one honorable mention for pairing. So basically, if you guys enjoyed this video, then make sure you guys smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and you hit that notification button to be part of that notification gang so you don't miss out on any more Rise of Kingdoms content. So with that being said, let's get into this video, guys. So the first thing we're going to start off with is infantry, then we'll go cavalry, and then we'll go into archers. So basically, who going into KVK 3 and Season of Conquest and all that stuff, the first commander I would recommend to you guys to pick up, which is in a lot of the meta marches, is going to be Luce off the rip. That is hands down the best infantry commander as of right now. You're going to want to pick up Luce. Not only is Luce really good, one of the best things about him is that he does smite damage. There's not really an offset to smite damage right now. There's not really any type of damage reduction for smite damage and things like that. So with that being said, that is who you're going to want to pick up. Now, since he is the best infantry commander as of right now, the people that you can pair him with is quite a few. If you've gone into like KVK 2 and you've got this commander in KVK 2 and you've maxed him out, because you're going to need to max him out to use with Luce, then you're going to want to run Alexander the Great. Now, Alexander the Great is really good because not only does he have march speed, which he has probably the highest infantry march speed in the game as of right now, which I believe is 30%. I want to say, as for the march speed, yes, it's 30%. But not only does he have that, he also gives health reduction to the enemy, the health debuff to the enemy. He also gives you and a couple of your marchers a shield. So he does quite a bit, man. Alexander the Great is really nice, but you're gonna have to expertise him out. The next person that you compare Luce with, which is one of the meta marches in the game, is CPO Prime. Now CPO Prime is really good as well. He has a health debuff. He has infantry march speed and infantry attack bonus, and he also gives you infantry health bonus. So he is really nice, and he also has damage reduction. To start off with him, you're gonna probably have to do him at 5551. Is what you're gonna have to run him if you don't have everything to expertise him out. But CPO Prime is a really good pairing with Luce. You're gonna have to run him as primary and then Luce as secondary. But that is pretty much the meta march that you would want to go with if you only have one infantry march. So the next pairing that you can do, if you have two infantry marches, is run Guan Yu for primary because of his silence, which makes him really good with that, and then you would run CPO Prime as the secondary. And the reason why you would run Guan Yu is because, like I said before, it's because of that silence. Now, those are you know, the marches I would recommend and things like that. But the other march that I would recommend that is really good, which I don't have him right now, but I do have him on my other account, would be William Wallace primary and Luce secondary. Since they both do smite damage, it's you run that combo, it busts up a lot of people out there in the open field. But I think, in my opinion, I think that Luce and Alex performs a little bit better because of what Alexander the Great can do as far as like health debuffs and giving out shields. I think the results is a little bit better with the Alexander the Great, but you cannot go wrong running William Wallace as the primary and running Luce as the secondary. Now, again, if you guys don't have these other commanders to run with Luce, then the honorable mention that I would say, which is it's a solid march or a solid pair, but it's not it won't do what those other marches are able to do. But it is a solid pairing still. Who you would want to run is Gorgo with Luce. Once you hit KVK 3, you can get her out of the Mightiest Governor event, where you just do the things on Mightiest Governor, rank at the top 15, and then you'll have enough chance to get 10 of her. And then if you have legendary sculptures, things like that, max her out, and then run her as primary, Luce secondary, and you'll have a solid march. You won't have something like William Wallace, Luce, or Luce Alex, or Scipio Luce, but Scipio Prime Luce, but you'll still have a solid march out there in the open field. All right, guys. So now getting into cavalry here. Basically, the number one commander once you get into KVK 3, or whenever you're able to pick this commander up, which will be KVK 3, Caesar Conquest and all that, would be Joan of Arc. Now, Joan of Arc is very versatile, and with the damage bonus and the rage gain. But not only that, it's her fourth skill. Once you have this at max, it gives you 100% chance to trigger her first skill again, and it's only a 10-second cooldown. So like, it's such a nice thing to have when you can run her out there in the open field, and you can run her as a primary as well. If you don't have like the next commander who I'm gonna talk about, you could run her with with another person, which I will give you as a honorable mention. But having her at 5115, if you can land it, because you're not able to pick the skill that you want to apply things to, so you can go here and you can narrow down the skill whenever you want to do that. Like whenever you want to start off and just basically put her put a legendary sculptures into her or anything like that, then you can narrow it down to the first one, get that at 5, but then you have to bring this up to 4, and then you just gotta pray that to the RNG gods, or pray to God that everything lands on that fourth skill, or that fourth skill. So usually what I tell people, if you guys checked out my videos, just get her to 5 and then 1-1, and then pray that all the legendary sculptures you use gets that one to 5 at least. If it gets it to 3 or 4, cool. You could run with that, but hopefully you can get that to 5. Now, the person that you would want to run her with for the meta march, the best march in the game for cavalry, is Nevsky. Alexander Nevsky is a monster out there in the open field. Like if you just see his kick defense reduction per stack, like it's crazy. You get 15%, like that's wild. You got cavalry health bonus up to 20%, cavalry march speed, more damage, like cavalry defense, damage bonus, damage reduction, skill damage, trigger skill damage bonus. Like Nevsky is a monster to be out there in the open field. If you want to use him, I recommend using him at 5-5-5-1. But if you can expertise him out, then expertise him out. Run him as primary, Jones secondary. Monster duo. Now the other pairing, if you're going to run 2 cavalry marches, then what you can do is run Huo as your primary, which Huo is very nice as well. He has a 2700 damage factor, one of the highest damage factors in the game. He has march speed reduction, so he has a march speed debuff that goes up to 50%, and then he has an extra damage factor of a 1350 on him. Now, on top of that, he gives you attack bonus, march speed, cavalry damage bonus to archers. So, and then he gives you rage reduction. He gives you skill damage. He gives you normal damage, and then he gives you cavalry defense, and then skill damage. And then one of the most important things that he does is a healing factor up to 1500. Like, Huo is very nice. He has very good survivability. One of the best duos to run with him in Sunset Canyon is Huo and Nevsky. So Huo Nevsky is probably the meta pairing to run in Sunset Canyon. But the person you would want to run him with out in the open field would be like Huo and William the First. That would be who you would want to run. Got some march speed reduction, so you have 30% march speed reduction there. You got the cavalry march speed, damage bonus. You have the direct damage factor surrounded, like, and then you got bonus defense. So like basically William the First is a good person, even though William is old, just like Nevsky is old. But Huo would be a really good person to run with William the First. Huo being primary, William the First being secondary. So that's pretty much what you would want to run for the meta marchers. Now, if you can't pick up Huo and Nevsky, then another person that you could run Joan of Arc with, which I recommend getting Joan of Arc, is Mulan. Mulan you would run at 5'5", I believe 1-1, which you would run her at. Reason why is because the first skill off the rip gives you attack, defense, and health bonus of 15%. That is off the rip why you would run her Joan of Arc as primary, Mulan as secondary. Also gives you march speed by 25%. Second skill gives you a damage reduction and a rage reduction. Third skill, don't really care about. Fourth skill, not too much care about. But you would want to run her at 5'5", 1-1. That would be like your cheapest option of what you would want to go with if you don't have Nevsky and Huo. Alright guys, so getting into archers, the number one commander that I recommend for archers that you guys should pick up going into Season 3 KVK is the one and only Zhuge Liang. Now Zhuge Liang is the best archer commander in the game right now, not only because he has AoE damage that hits 5 enemies in a 5 enemies that are around him, but he also has damage reduction. And then the second skill, he has archer health bonus by 30%, archer damage bonus by 5%, and then direct damage factor by 500. Now the thing that I want to talk about, which a lot of people don't really talk about that much, but is if their troop is on the map, whenever it is inflicted with a control effect, so whenever Zhuge Liang is, inflicted with a control effect, he has basically 50% chance to negate the effect and deal direct damage to the troop that inflicted it. So basically, if there's any type of control effect that's put on him, he has a 50% chance to negate that effect and deal a 500 damage factor. Like, that is nice, bro. I'll take that 50-50 chance any day. You know what I'm saying? And then he has the skill damage and the attack bonus damage up to 50%. And then he has his fourth skill, which is the AoE skill. Everything is just nice on Zhuge Liang. Like, you should not think twice about picking up this commander. Like, as soon as you see him, automatically pick him up. Now, the next commander I want to talk about as well, which is the next commander that you would want to pick up and pair him with, which makes them the ultimate archer pairing, is Hermann Prime. Now, Hermit Prime was up to 3 enemies and a fan. Damage factor of 2000 once you have it at 5. Does a poison for 10 seconds. And the poison effect can stack up to 15 times. And the duration resets whenever it gains another stack. For each stack of poison that is pretty much been inflicted, the troop takes 3% more skill damage, bro. Which is wild. So, also he has a attack bonus, defense bonus, and march speed. And then on here, he has the AoE damage bonus, which is always nice to have. He has damage reduction. And then he gives you archer damage versus infantry. You know what I'm saying? The 4th skill is nice as well, but it only goes up to 1%. So you're not really worried about that. So you would want to get him to 5551. Zue Liang, you would at least want to have him at 5511. Now, that is the best archer duo in the game right now. Now, if you're going to go out there and have a second march, then what you could run is Shajar, which is nice because, you know what I'm saying, she has a 2800 direct damage factor, pretty much the highest damage factor in the game. She also has, as a secondary commander, does a mighty healing factor, and then you have the march speed reduction by 50%, bro. And then you have archer health bonus by 35%. You have an archer march speed by 20%. Then you have the normal damage reduction by 10%. You have a mighty healing factor by 500. And then you also get more damage reduction. You also get damage reduction, mighty healing factor by 5,000, and then damage reduction right there. So like she is a good commander to pick up. Like Shajar, no questions asked, would be like the second. She would be like your commander you would want to use in your second march, like hands down. Person you would want to run with her is Ashe. You would want to definitely pull out him, run him as the secondary, run her as primary. That's what you would want to run. Another person you could run with her is Nebu. Nebu is another person you can pick up and run right behind her. Very nice to have. You can run Zue Liang, Hermit Prime, Shajar, Nebu, or Shajar and Ashe. Very nice duo. Now a honorable mention of who I would have you run if you couldn't get Shajar or, you know, Zue Liang and all that type of stuff. You can run Boudica Prime and then run YSG right behind her. That is a nice duo to run. It's a very solid duo. I mean, she's not as strong as she used to be, or not as strong as Zue Liang and Hermit Prime, but her with YSG is a very nice duo to run. You can also run her with where is my boy at, Cyrus. Another very good commander to run right behind her because he has a lot of damage output that he can do as well. So those would pretty much be the pairings that I would run for archers. All right, gang. So stepping into the talent tree wise for infantry, if you're going Luce primary, then you would want your talent tree looking like this. So you're gonna go hold the line. You'll go into stronger body. You'll pick up the march speed over here. You have fight to the death, so you'll pick up this right here. Effortless, you'll pick up that, and then you have this down here that you'll pick up. So this is what you'll go with if you have Luce as the primary. Then if you want to run like Guan Yu as your primary, you'll pick up Feral Nature, and then you'll go ahead and get hold the line, strong body, then you come over here and get this march speed right here. That's what you'll run if you're looking at a Guan Yu as your primary. If you're going CPO primary, then what you would want to run is something like this. You'll grab the 2 into rejuvenate You'll grab 3 into emergency protection. You'll hit the march speed. You'll come over here, grab the health. You'll grab 1 into attack. You'll grab hold the line. You'll grab defense, and then you'll grab the strong body. So this is what you would want to run with your CPO Prime. All right, guys. So then if you're going to go with William Wallace as your primary, this is what you're looking at here. You'll go into getting the Thunderous Smite. Then you'll step over, grab Undying Fury. Then you'll grab Iron Spear. And then you'll grab Hold the Line. You'll grab Strong Body. And then whatever you have left, you'll probably just pick up the March Speed over here. So that's what I would recommend for you guys if you guys are going to use William Wallace primary. All right, gang. So if you're going to be using Joan of Arc as your primary, then what you're going to do is you're going to come over here. You're going to drop 2 into Rejuvenate. You'll turn around, drop 2 into Emergency Protection. You'll come up here. You'll grab this shield, which will be you'll grab this right here, which is the buff that gives you the commander troops take 3% less skill damage. Then you'll drop 4 into there. You'll turn around, drop 4 into this one as well. Whenever this commander troop launches a basic attack, it has a 10% chance of reducing the target's attack by 5% for 2 seconds. So you'll turn around, drop 4 into here, and you'll drop the 3 into Undying Fury. Whenever this commander troop launches a basic attack, it gains 3 extra rage. So that's what you'll be running right there if you're going to be running your Joan of Arc as your primary. Now, if you're going to be running Nevsky or Huo as your primary, you're going to make this the same as you're going to make this the same for each of them. You're going to turn around for Nevsky and Huo. You're going to come and grab all the way to you're going to have Feral Nature. You're going to grab all the way here and drop 5 into Feral Nature. That's what you're going to do off the rip. You're going to drop 5 into there. Then you're going to jump up here and grab 4 here, just like you would with the Joan of Arc. Swing around, grab Undying Fury first, and then the rest of the points you would want to put into attack right here. So that's exactly what you would want to do there for Nevsky and Huo. When it comes to archers, right? This is the setup you would want to run for your archers. So if you're running Zue Liang as primary, you're going to come down here. You're going to get Feral Nature. You'll get Naked Rage. You'll jump up and get Venomous Sting, of course, because this commander troop deals 8% more skill damage. You'll grab Razor Sharp. You'll jump up and grab Rapid Fire. And then you'll swing around and get you'll get this right here. And you'll just drop the 2 points. You'll swing around and then just drop 2 points over here. That's what you'll run with your Zue Liang. Now, if you're gonna run your Herman Prime as your primary, then what you would want to run is 2 into Rejuvenate, 3 into Energy and Emergency Protection. Then you'll jump up and you'll just drop all the rest of your points into this right here. You grab all those and then you're done. That's exactly what you would do if you're gonna run your Herman Prime. All right, so if you're gonna run Shajar as your primary, then what you're gonna do is you're gonna drop 5 points into Feral Nature. You're just gonna grab that off the rip. You'll get Venomous Sting 4. Swing around, get Razor Sharp 3. You'll drop 1 point into Rapid Fire, and then swing around and drop all the rest of the points over here. That's what you're gonna do if you're gonna run Shajar as the as your primary, right there. And that is pretty much it, guys. When it comes to the talents for archers, cavalry, and infantry. And if you guys found this video interesting, or if you got anything out of this video, then consider smashing that like button, subscribing to the channel, and hitting that notification bell to be part of that notification gang. And I will definitely see you guys in the next one. I am out. Peace.